still probably wouldn't have stopped what's about to happen. The inevitable is about to happen. I'm sure you know how this story's going to end. Second race approaches, bam, I've got a winner. So that's it. That's me. I'm ecstatic now. I'm feeling the day. I'm involved now. I'm waiting in the bookmakers. What an absolute fool. I should have went out and... Hello everybody, my name's Daniel. Welcome to Addicted Recovery. So today's gambling story takes us back to 2013 in my mid-20s. My girlfriend at the time, let's call her girlfriend B, and myself wanted to do something nice at the weekend. I came up with the genius idea of let's go to the races. Let's go to the horses. She, knowing I had a problem with gambling, wasn't overly keen on the idea, but I was able to manipulate my way around that and encourage her. She can control the money. She'll put the bets on. I'll just sort of be there with her, enjoying myself. She eventually agreed to the terms and conditions. So we head to the races on the Saturday. It was supposed to be a double date. She was supposed to bring one of her friends along. I was supposed to bring one of mine along. It was like a blind date, if you like, for those two. That never materialized, which actually made it a little bit easier for me because in the build up to it, I was thinking, how am I going to get my bets on? I obviously don't want to do £5 a race bets with her. That's not going to satisfy me. That's not going to feed the addiction that in hindsight, I now know I had. I didn't at the time. I managed to come up with a foolproof plan to go to bookmakers by myself before picking her up to go to the races. So Friday evening, I've picked up my horses. Saturday morning, before I go and pick her up, I head to the Will Hill just by my sister's house on the way to B's house. I've picked out my two horses. One's running in the second race and one's running in the last race of the day. I'm convinced this is going to change my life. This is it. These are the two. So I put a double on, which in the US, I think is called a parlay. In Australia, it's called a multi-leg. Basically, I'm betting that both horses are going to win. If only one of those horses wins, I get nothing back. If both of those horses wins, then it's like compound interest. It doubles. The winnings off the first horse will then go on to the second horse. So I put my bets on, head to B's house, pick her up, head to the races. We're all dressed up. I've got my shirt and tie on, got my waistcoat. I'm looking $1 million. All I'm missing is a snooker cue and a little set of chalk to make me look like Mark Selby. She's all dressed up. We're heading to have a marvellous day at the races. All going to plan. She puts the first bet on. We put £5 on. I can't actually remember the outcome of the first race because all I'm thinking about is that second race. That first horse in my double needs to come in. So I tell her, let's put a bet on that horse. We put the £5 on that horse in the second race. Second race approaches. Bam, I've got a winner. So that's it. That's me. I'm ecstatic now. I'm feeling the day. I'm involved now. She obviously just thinks my excitement is because of the result that we've just had, the £5 win that we've just had on it. But in reality, I've now got a lot of money riding on that second horse in the last race of the day. So that's me for the day. I'm in the best mood ever. We're having such a great time. Little does she know it's all because of the secret bets that I've got on. She thinks I'm just enjoying the time with her. I'm enjoying the nice day out, the nice food, the buzz around the place. The secrecy of addiction, as dreadful as it is, and as much as I hate the isolation, at times like this, it is one of the best feelings known to man. Just that, I don't want to say that bad boy thing, but just knowing that I've got something going on in the background that I shouldn't be doing, but it's coming, the plan's coming to life. It's such a good feeling. I just want to mention something real quick. Over 80% of the people that watch this channel aren't subscribed yet. If you are enjoying my content, you're finding it helpful, or you think it could help someone else, please consider hitting that subscribe button. You'll get notified on whenever I upload new videos, and we can continue on this recovery journey together. Don't forget to leave a comment, and as always, thanks for being here. Now let's get back to the video. And I'm flying high right now for the rest of the day. So we do our £5 bets for the rest of the day. Like I say, I couldn't even tell you whether we won or lost on those, because all I'm thinking about is that horse in that last race. We get to the final race. I choose the horse. I say, come on, let's put £5 on this one. Hinton Admiral, the name of the horse was. Let's put £5 on this. Watching the race, just the excitement, the sheer excitement of waiting for the outcome, waiting for this horse to come in. I remember it shooting out the stalls straight into a prominent position. So I'm loving it straight away. It's going right. Here we go. Come the end of the race, bam, it has won. It has finished in first place. I am ecstatic. Like, I am over the moon. She thinks my excitement is just because of this £5 bet that we've just won. When in reality, I've just won a 4-figure sum. I've just won a couple of weeks' wages. And just due to my excitement, I'm the most generous guy in the world. As soon as I get a win off my gambling, I was the most generous guy in the world. So I'm like, right, let's go out for dinner tonight. We'll go out to the Vincent's, a nice restaurant in Liverpool, an expensive restaurant. Me not having a care in the world about money right now because I know I'm going to pick my winnings up. So the plan is take her home after the races. She'll get changed. I'll head to the bookmakers, pick up my winnings, head home, get changed, and then pick her up again, and off we go on the night. So I drop B off, head to the bookmakers, head to the Will Hill to pick up my winnings. And due to the amount that I've won, they tell me there's a 20-minute time lock on the safe. So I'm going to have to hang around for 20 minutes. I'm like, that's not a problem. 20 minutes is worth the wait. I'm waiting in the bookmakers. What an absolute fool. I should have went out and sat in the car. You know what? Even if I went out and sat in the car, it still probably wouldn't have stopped what's about to happen. The inevitable is about to happen. I'm sure you know how this story's going to end. So I just pick out a horse that's about to run while I'm waiting. I've still got a bit of money in my pocket. I just play about with that for the 20 minutes while I'm waiting, and I end up losing that money. So by the time I get my money, I get my winnings, the safe's unlocked, I've actually lost the cash that I had in my pocket that I went in there with. So me being me, I'm like, I'll just get that money back. I'll just put a few little bets on and get that money back. And my winnings start to dwindle down. Bear in mind, I'm on a bit of a tight time frame here, so I'm betting on whatever, the virtual, the dogs, the horses, whatever's on the screen next. I'm just putting money on it, trying to get this money back. Before I know it, I've lost a fair chunk of this amount, this amazing amount that I'd won. And I come up with the ingenious idea of, right, this next race, this horse here, I'm going to put 90% of this money on it, and that will get me in even more profit for the day. I even remember the person behind the counter saying to me, are you sure you want to bet this much? And me, being the expert that I am in the field, was like, of course, don't be silly. That proper stuck out with me. That should have set alarm bells ringing there and then, but it didn't. Put the money on. As you can imagine, the horse never came in. The horse was nowhere. Started dreadfully. It was a sprint race anyway. It didn't last long. And I'm just filled. As soon as the horse came out of the stalls, it fell right back. And I'm just filled with instant regret, remorse, all the feelings that always come. The race finishes. I've lost it all. I've lost the money I went in there with. I've lost these winnings that I was ecstatic about all day. And all I can think is just, how have I got here again? How am I in this position again? Everything went to plan. And yet everything's gone to shit and I'm in the same position. I have to go home, beg my mum to borrow some money so I can still put on this facade, to take B out for dinner, pretend like everything's okay all night, when in reality, I'm inside. I am just churning away inside. I'm just like, how, why, how has this happened again? Just the secrecy, the isolation of addiction. The addiction thrives in secrecy, and just the isolation of it is horrifying. I just hate how I'm the only one that knows what's going on. My mum doesn't know why I needed to borrow money. She thinks I'm just spending normal money. Just in reality, I'm the only one who knows the reality of the situation. I've lost all the money I started the day with. I've lost all the money that I won, and it's just, how have I got here again? Needless to say, the day was a horrible memory. It was not a nice memory like it should have been. That high of winning just, it made the actual hours that I was at the races just unbelievable. And then the turning point was as soon as I was alone and my addiction could thrive again, my secrecy could come out, it just all went to shit again. So I want to finish with a saying, very true for gambling addicts. One bet is too many, 1,000 bets isn't enough. If I do that one bet now, I'm going to go straight back to my addiction. I'm going to go straight back to that person I was, where I'm chasing that thrill. I'm chasing that anticipation of a bet, and 1,000 bets won't be enough. I love that saying. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for tuning in today, as always, and I hope to see you in the next one. Whenever a gambling urge comes, there are real ways to fight back and stay in control. Click the video on the screen now to see my top 5 relapse prevention strategies.